Hello, my name is Ish, and this is my very first gaming channel and the first video of the series. So, the best way to start a gaming channel is to build your very first gaming PC. The first way to start a build or gaming build is to start off with the gaming case. So, in this build, we choose the Asus TUF Gaming GT501. So it's a really big case. It's a full tower case. If you compare it with a 5-gallon water bottle, you'll be able to see how big it is. So let's start with our gaming PC build. Let's unbox the case. There's the floor here. Carefully cut the top portion. So this is how the TUF gaming case is packed inside the box. So you'll be able to see that it exactly fits the big box. Just a little amount of clearance for the styrofoam for safety, but basically you get what you pay for. Full-size gaming case. So let's try to pull it out. So the GT501 has two convenient handles that you can pull out from the case. Okay, it's coming out. So, okay. Wrong side. Alright. Oh, this is the GT501 fresh off the box. So let's take off the packaging. So keep this in the box, you'll need it later. Okay. So this is also important. The filters for your front panel and upper panel. So keep this safe in the box. Let's peel off the plastic wrapper. There. GT501 fresh off the box. Okay, let's take it off. Come on, look, take a look. Okay, so now that we have taken a good look of the exterior of the case, so let's take a closer look on what are the features of the case. So on top, you can see there are two big bulky straps to help you carry the case around if you want to, say, go to a LAN party. And here on the top grill, you can actually see mounting points for your top fans or radiators. You can have any configuration that you want, 3 120 fans or 2 140 mm fans. The radiator, let's talk about it later. So in the front of the case, you can see the front I/O ports. So you have two USB 3s, your earphones output, and then your input for your microphone. You also have your power button here. So on the front fascia of the case, you'll see a Asus TUF logo, and then you can see a recessed type of panel here in the front panel, so that air can flow in from the fans that are already included in the case. So let's take a closer look at what's inside. So Asus conveniently included two thumb screws to conveniently detach the front panel. So when it's cleared, the screws keep in place. Simply pop out the case, and then there's a hinge mechanism at the bottom so that you won't accidentally break your case when they pop out. Simply lift and you have access to what's inside of the case. So let's take a look at the other side of the case. So you'll notice right away that this side does not have the tempered glass compared to the other side, but it still has the same amazing feature of the thumb screws where you can conveniently remove the side panel without needing screws. So simply unscrew the thumb screws conveniently and then wait until it pops out. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cut that. So wait until the screws pop out, and then you can conveniently remove the side panel. So as you can see, there's also a lot of real estate for your cable management. Okay, so you'll be able to see that there are already cables running down this side of the case. This is for your front I/O panel, and then this is for your 3 fans included, intake fans for the front of the case, and this one is for your rear side of the fans. So it's ready for your motherboard, and it also comes with a fan controller here, just in case your motherboard is not compatible with the RGB fans included with the case. So you can actually control the lights of the RGB fans from the RGB controller included in the case. So at the rear of the case, it has room for two 2.5 and 3.5 HDDs or SDD depending on what you put there. Also convenient ties here to keep your cable management nice and tidy, and also grommets so that you can conveniently also route your cables to your motherboard when it's here installed in the case. Also the panel here so that you can, if you need to remove the backplate for your CPU cooling for some reason, you don't need to remove your actual motherboard from the case. So that's also a really convenient feature there. And also there's a big basement for your cables from your PSU to your motherboard or your other peripherals. So it's really good case. So you get what you pay for in terms of the size, real estate, and the ability, just enough headroom to make mistakes for your cable management. If it's, you don't have to worry if your cables are too tight with your motherboard because there are a lot of clearance on top. You don't need to worry about where you route your fans because there are a lot of places to route them. Also with your SSDs, HDDs, and also your peripherals like RGB lighting. So that's basically it for the back panel. So let's go back to the other side of the panel where it's the stage for your motherboard and the rest of your PC. So let's take off the PSU shroud. So you need a Phillips screw to remove 2 screws located here. Simply slide that to the front of the case and then it will conveniently pop out. So you can see even more real estate once the PSU shroud is off. And you can also see more 3.5 HDD mounting points here for your drives. Also 3 2.5 SSD or HDD hard drive mounts on top. You can see the 3 grommet slots here for your cable management for your motherboard. So this case supports eATX motherboards, your ATX motherboard, your MATX micro motherboard, and your ITX motherboard. But we recommend that you stick with the ATX motherboard for your full tower ATX case so that it won't look weird with a small motherboard and a big case. So let's take a look at the top panel, and then you'll be able to see what are the configurations that you can do for your top panel fans. If you want to upgrade or add fans, or if you have an AIO cooling solution or a custom built water cooling solution. So basically for fans, you can fit 3 120 mm fans up there, or two 140 mm fans. And if you're using a radiator, you can fit up to a 360 mm motherboard. Water cooler radiator. Thanks to its adjustable screw slots here, uh, screw slot mounting for your radiator cooling. So you can support 120, 140, 240, 280, up to 360. And also for your front fans, you can also, it supports three 120 mm fans, same with the top panel, or two 140 mm fans. You can also mount your radiator here in the top panel. It is also compatible with radiators up to 360, same with the top panel, down to a 120 mm radiator for your AIO water cooling solution. So that's it basically for the inside panel of your case. So let's move on to the front panel. Now that we've taken a look at the side panel and also the top panel, let's take a closer look into the front panel of the case. So you can actually quite easily remove the front panel to reveal the three fans inside without using tools. So you just simply grab the handle here and then pull outwards. It should pop out. Don't worry about that sound, it's normal. That'll give you a good view of the front panel fans if you want to upgrade them. So let's take a closer look at the filters that we got earlier when we unboxed the case. So simply take one filter, the one with the honeycomb or hexagon pattern, and you simply stick it to your front panel like so. So it's magnetic, so you don't need to have any tools to stick it. And also you can also take the second one, which is actually for your top panel, and then it's also magnetic, and then slap it on there so that you won't have problems with dust getting in your case. So it's just one of the premium features that you actually get what you pay for the value of your money. And these are things that you don't find in any budget case. So that's why we recommend the GT501 for your first build, because it's a friendly case, especially for beginners like me. Also offers wide tolerance for your cable management, and also you don't have to worry more about the components that you'll be getting. Like you can get a 140 mm radiator up to 360, and also you don't have to worry about the size of your GPU card, because no matter what size they are, it's gonna fit. Unlike mid-tower cases that you have to be particularly mindful of the dimensions of your components, like your CPU cooler might hit your side panel, or your radiator might hit the rear fans or front fans. So this case is really DIY friendly, especially for beginners or first-time PC builders. So that's it for the 501 case. So stay tuned for updates. Once we receive our CPU and motherboard, we'll start building our first gaming PC and my first gaming PC.